You might be wondering why we are doing these models, why we are discussing these models, and what's the significance, what's the rationale for behind discussing these models. Well, my answer is that language curriculum development as is not easy or straightforward activity. Rather, it involves various dynamics and mechanisms. So by understanding these models, we will be better placed to know, once we are practically in the field of English language teaching, and we will be able to better see how a specific curriculum is influenced by which model. So that will stretch our understanding about what sort of models are there, and how the debates are going about the usefulness of these models about English language teaching curriculum. All right. So the third model we're going to take up now is Kerr's, and this has been generally classified into 4 areas: the objectives, knowledge, evaluation, and learning experiences. So Kerr's model, as compared to Tyler and Wheeler's model, it lays emphasis on highlighting the objectives of a specific language program and recognizing its need, right? And what sort of knowledge we are imparting to the students. I mean, it lays emphasis on enhancing their communicative proficiency and evaluation. So how evaluation is actually fed into the whole cycle. And we need to know the learning experiences of the students. I mean, what sort of experiences they are having within the classroom, right? The important points to be considered while analyzing Kerr's model is that, as compared to Tyler and Wheeler's model, this model actually sees language teaching something interrelated. I mean, objectives and evaluation, knowledge or competency, in other words, or the learning experiences or the affective factors, they are very much interrelated and they are interconnected. So we can't see them separately, rather they are dependent upon each other. And they also, this model draws our attention because in Tyler's model, we haven't got the element of objectives. We've got these objectives here, and what are the objectives of a specific language program? So this model actually, in summary, this model looks at some affective factors, for example, the anxiety or the motivation or individual differences of learners and how they are seen, treated in the classroom, and their cognitive, whether they are intrinsically motivated, and their psychomotor, I mean their psychosocial variables and their influence on language teaching. So this, according to this model, the knowledge should consist of, proper organization of a language program, and we should ensure that each and every step is interconnected and it's fed into with each other very well. And the materials presented in a language program are sequenced in a way which give a meaningful input to the students. And then we've got some exercises to ensure that to reinforce the linguistic input which is actually carried out in the classroom. So in summary, Kerr's model actually, as compared to Tyler, and although Tyler's model and Wheeler's model have great influence on overall language curriculum approaches, this model specifically sees curriculum as something cyclical process where each step is interrelated to the next step. And this is how through this model, we come to know about individual differences of the students. and how we as language teachers can ensure that their individual differences are realized or fulfilled in the classroom.